So good morning everyone. Today we have our sentence similarity 3 as our Leetcode daily question. So you can go through this question to understand it fully. I will just give you a quick review that we are given two sentences 1 and sentences 2. We have to make sure that is it able to convert or make both of these sentences equal by adding a single sentence into it. Let me give you an example. So we are given hello Jane, and we can add we can add the additional sentence in either of the sentence s1 or s2. We can add in any of them. So we are adding my name is in this point so that both of them become equal. We have to make sure or make note that whatever sentence we are adding, it should start with a space and it should end with a space. So when this my name is added over here, so this become equal, so answer will be true. We are given sentence 1 which is frog cool, and another sentence is frogs are cool. We can add s space r and space over this point to make it equal, but the thing is this additional sentence which we are adding starts with an s, but it should start with a space and also end with a space. So it is starting with a s, so we cannot add any sentence, so answer would be false. So again we are given off, so we can add a lot as well as words over here, but again we are only given the liberty to enter one sentence only, and these a lot and word do not this do not start end with a space, and it do not start with a space. Similar for r for of our case, we can add a lot words good over this, but again it will not possible because we are given only liberty to add one sentence. So again answer will be false. We cannot convert or make them equal or make them similar. So how to solve this question is, we are given this. Suppose what we first of all we will tokenize it, or tokenizing by means that we will extract all the words from the string or the sentence. So this is how it will look like. We will match the starting of the both of them, and on this second iteration we will match the end of the sentences and eliminate them. Like when we are iterating at the prefixes or the starting of both the strings, we are matching them and removing them, matching them and removing them, and later on we go to the end part. We match the end part of both the strings and remove them, match them and remove them from end, and at the end if any one of them become empty, which means that we can convert them. Over here we at our first iteration we remove this hello, and on this another iteration we remove from the end. So this will become 0, vector1 size becomes 0, and this string is left with my name is. So we can conclude that the answer is true. How it look like is, at first iteration we will first of all we will tokenize it. Tokenization is done. We will make sure that vector1 size should be greater than 0 and vector size 2 should be greater than 0, and their front should match. If these three condition satisfies, we will remove the first from both of it. So now we will check that vector1 size is greater than 0, vector size 2 is greater than 0, but their front do not match. So we will leave this iteration 1. Then we will move to the end of the checking the end of the string. So both the size are greater than 0 and their end are also matching, so we will remove them. So now next iteration will happen not happen because s1 vector 1 size have become 0. So now we will check at the end if any either of them is 0, so answer will be true, else answer will be false. And this is how our code will look like. So we are given sentence 1 and sentence 2. We are splitting these sentences and saving them into the vector. So this is the split sentence code, how to convert a stream into words. You can have a look into it. So while for our first iteration we check where the vector 1 size is greater than 0, vector 2 size should be greater than 0, and their fronts should match. So we remove the first or the front of both the vectors, and then we check whether the sizes are both sides should be greater than 0 and their back should also match, and they match, so we pop from the end. And later on we check that if either of them becomes 0, the answer is true, else the answer is false.